Well, today we're going to join Heidi and do the Festive Diorama card kit from our friends at Hunkydory. And just to show you what this is going to make, you get lots of elements. Many of them are foil to make something like this that will fold flat when it mails and pop up when the person gets it, and just it will stand up too. So all of that is in this webisode, so please come play with us. Now this pack of diorama cards is going to make 16 cards, and I appreciate what Heidi has done to show us how to do this. So we're going to start off with the basic card, and here is what it looks like. Again, it is three-dimensional, as you can see, and it does fold flat, and the envelopes are in the package, so that's nice too. And you can see that this one has a tunnel, and that's really fun. You can see that starry snowflakes coming down in the back. Okay, so how do you do that? Well, it's really easy, and the instructions are included, so that's always nice. So let me show you what they look like, and that's in the package, but I'm going to show you how to do that. So let me get all of the pieces out. As I said, you get the snowfall acetate. There's 16 sheets in there, one for each of the cards. And then you also get this. So everything is labeled as in typical Hunkydory fashion. So this is called Silent Night. And this, you get 2 cards on every sheet. So we're going to be doing this one. So you get that is the front of the card. In fact, it says card, oh, this is card back. I stand corrected. That's the card back. And you also get one that is the card front. So you can see I popped these out to make it a little bit easier to share with you. And then to make the three-dimensional, well, you get this sheet, and they are also foiled, and they're labeled. Hallelujah, they are labeled, so it's going to make it easier. So the steps are this. And there are the basic instructions, as I said, but there's some extra information here just for this particular design. So just to show you, we're going to take this, and we're going to get in closer just so that you can really see this easily. There we go. And there are score lines, and you will want to fold this in a valley fold, and then the outside one in a mountain fold, so you can see that. And then you do want to have a bone folder or something just to really make those folds nice and crisp. And so that's a good idea. Now, I have added some extra sticky tape, so I'll tell you that in a minute. So you're going to do the reverse on the next one. You're going to have a valley and then a mountain. And again, same thing. You want to go over it with the bone folder. So that gets everything ready. Now you can see that this has a design on it which is flat, and we're going to make it three-dimensional. So you're going to take it like this, and you're going to put, this is the 3/4 inch extra sticky tape. So I've put a piece on each side, and then you're going to take the, let's see, on this sheet, that is the Silent Night decoupage layers, you're going to take A1, okay? That's, you can see the A1 right there. And you're going to put foam tape, and they recommend 2 layers. So I am using our humongous roll because, well, we use a lot of foam tape. And we did put 2 layers. So there's 1 layer and then another layer on top. Just going to get off the paper, and going to position this just right on top of the image. So now I can't, it's hard to do that in where I am because I'm at an angle, and you can see what happens. It just attached. Okay, so let me get this in nice and straight. Okay, and that's going to stay there. Now, again, we'll get back in closer. And we will take the snowfall acetate, which is already cut to size, and we will get the liners off of this. And the 3/4 inch is going to be a little bit wider than what we need for this step, but it's going to come in handy for the next step. So this is going to get placed right here. And it's going to go right to that line. You see how there's kind of that light color? Okay, well that's going to be indicative of where the acetate goes. And on this side, there you go. So that's holding that in place. Does that look nice already? Then we're going to take the next layer, which is, this is the top layer. Now you're going to want to fold those in the reverse manner. So you're going to start with a mountain and go with a valley. Okay, and again, you'll do the bone folder. We'll also pop out this center area because this is going to go on the back of our card. It gives us room to create a message or sign your name or whatever you want to do. So we're doing this on both sides, a mountain and a valley. And then this is going to get placed right on top. But before we do that, I want to add something onto this layer. And that's going to be the A2. So A1 is what we just did. This is A2. And this, we're going to just pop it out. That's all I'm doing is just popping it out. There we go. And we will attach this right here. So you can see again how it's going right over the artwork. You can foam tape it or you can use the extra sticky tape, whatever you want. So I'm just going to set that there, and then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to turn it over, because what we want to do is to take the top layer, this is A3, and pop that out. This is the one that has that tunnel, and this is going to go on the inside of the frame. So here we go. And this is going to get attached right at the bottom so that it will kind of tunnel in, as I said. So we're going to attach that there, and then everything is going to line up perfectly, okay? So just glue it to the back of the frame and then position this on top with the extra sticky tape holding it in place. And that is all you need to do. Okay, you can always put more extra sticky tape if you need it. On the back side, let me show you what she did. This is where she placed that center area. Now there's also greetings and so forth, so that's where you can add them, and that will make it just finish the look. This has silver foiling on it. So what Heidi did is she's adding actually purple jewel dazzles. You know, these have 540 on them. You can see on the back side where she's placed it on the edges. Very nice, a big one and two little ones on each side of that cozy Christmas. And then also on the front, so you can see on the edges. Then she used the bow maker, which Heidi has loved, and so have you, with the purple ribbon set to make that bow, and it zot it right in the corner. And this again is more of those greetings that you can add in the front too. So that's all it takes. I mean, it's really, really simple. And you get just this wonderful 3D look when it's flat and pops up when the person opens up the card. So that's really fun. Now, but what else can you do? Are you asking that? I hear it. Okay, I think this is brilliant. And I'm very proud of her for this. So Heidi has put it on a slimline card. How neat is that? And you know, we carry slimline cards and envelopes in a package. And so let me just open this up, because she has a window, and look at that. So she's divided those pieces to still allow us to get that 3D effect on the front, but also to create that window or aperture, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so what paper she has used is the Snowflakes and Snowfolks 12 by 12, and then also the Snowflakes and Snowfolks solid cardstock. So she took her slimline card and covered it with the patterned cardstock, as you can see. Then she took, and let me bring these out. So here are the layers. And as I said, there are two looks on every single sheet. And obviously in this one, she is using the snow people. But she's going to go to the top layer. Let me just bring that out. And this is the one that has that opening that's going to pop out. So she did pop it out, and she placed it on her card front. So I'm going to turn this over just so you can see that. Okay, so here is that opening. Let me pop it out. So she placed it on the front of her card, traced around it with a pencil, and then cut it out. She used the pen knife, and this is a longtime favorite of my design team because you can safely have that blade retracted. So when you push down on it, it's going to expose the blade, and it's a thin blade, so it works well. Then you push the button, and it's going to pop back. So it's wonderful. It's called a pen knife, and we've carried it for years and years. So you're going to open up that aperture, and then going to cover it with the snowfall acetate, just like that. It's going to fit very nicely. Okay, now you're going to have to separate the pieces. So when you have that ready on the front, we're going to go to the inside of the card, okay? And with that, you're going to take this piece, and this has, remember, this is the backing. It has the complete image. So you're going to trim that out and glue it inside your card. You're also going to use the Snowfall and Snowflakes papers, cardstock, to cover that. Then you're going to take this piece and position it. Then, like I said, we're going to separate the layers. So this one has the full artwork, and then we're just going to do these two little faces so you can see them. They're number A2, and that's what the directions say. Now, you've got the directions in the package, but Heidi has written directions, and they're down below. You just click on the card, and we've referred to them by the names that are in the package. So this is Cold Hats War Apart, and this is the decoupage layer, and this is A2. Okay, so you're going to foam tape that on top, and that's going to give us the position for everything else. That is going to go on top of A1, which is going to give us some of the depth. So this is going to go down on top of that full sheet, then A1, and then A2 is going to go just over the faces, okay? So that takes care of the inside of our card. I guess one more thing while we're there, let me share with you that Heidi has used the thin line dazzles. And these are the glitter collection. So you can see the glitter in that silver that she's just framed it nicely around. The Happy Holidays, well, that comes from our Christmas greetings. You get script and tiny words and phrases. You've probably seen this during our webisodes this season. And Happy Holidays is just right there. There's also these swirls and stars. Those are extra pieces that comes in this Christmas greeting set, so you don't have to get anything extra. Now, Heidi did add some red jewel dazzles, and she's used the tiny ones there, and that just, you know, picks up the red in here. She's also got some red ribbon out of the 1/8 inch ribbons. Now, let's go back to the front of our card. So the front of our card has the acetate, and we're going to match up the artwork. So we're going to go back to that decoupage sheet, and let me show that to you. So we just want this piece. So we want the other two snow people and the base. So that is going to get glued right, or attached with the extra sticky tape right on top of the acetate. So you see how that matches up and it gives some depth. Now, this piece that has that little basket, that's going to get glued or foam taped to the inside of the frame, that top frame, just like we did the first one. So there you go. And then this piece is going to get folded and attached with extra sticky tape to the card base. These pieces are foam taped on place, the banner, all of those are part of the collection. And let me just show you where they are right there. Okay, so that is what is going to happen to create this piece. And again, it's the same layers that we had before, and that makes it really easy and really fun. And I think it's brilliant to have it as a slimline card. Nice thinking for you. Okay, here is our next one. Look at this. Now she's just put this on a card, but we still get the three-dimensional. So let me show you what she's done and what she's used. This too is a slimline card. She has used the Christmas Aglow 12 by 12 patterned cardstock and the Christmas Aglow solid. And she has simply cut a piece of the Christmas Aglow pattern cardstock, matted it on the blue solid, and glued it to the front of her card. Now, going to the decoupage collection, and I have to go back to the first layers that we used, and let me pull them out. Okay, so it's going to be similar to what we just did. So we've already used this, so I'm going to cover that up. So we're going to go to that back layer, and again, going to cut this out and mat it on the red, and then glue that just a little bit above the bottom of the card, okay? Then we're going to go into the layers and the decoupage layers set, and you can see, well, you probably can't see, but I can share with you. She went with the B3. Now this is going to give us those shrubbery as well as our carolers. And then we have the carolers as B4, and that's going to get foam taped on top. Okay, We Wish You a Merry Christmas, that's on one of the other sheets, and that gets foam taped along with the bow maker to make a white bow. So you can see that. This time she has used the silver sparkly dazzles. You can see them in the corners, and I hope you can see them up in the lanterns up above. Yeah, very fun. She also foam taped the Christmas wreath, and that's B number 2. Okay, on the inside, again, there is a piece of the Christmas Aglow cardstock, so you can see. And then I thought it was fun that she took this piece, which we're really not using this time, and she cut off the ends and glued it to the inside. See how they're facing inside? So that's nice. And then this piece is the center of this, simply glued down. And then she went back to the piece with the layers, and B1, which is a larger piece, that is what is going on here. Foam taped in place, that little sled, B6 is on top, and it just works very nicely. Again, the silver jewel dazzles are in place, and that completes this card. So you really could use this as almost a card front, maybe do a greeting there, or this is a card front, so whatever you like. Okay, we have another idea. The woman has been busy, and this is using, again, another one of the sets, and this one she has used on our regular 5 by 6.5 inch cards, so you can see that. And she has used this time, let me pull this out. This is the Sparkling Season 12 by 12 pattern cardstock, as well as the Sparkling Season solid. So what she did is to take the Sparkling Season pattern, you can see it's the green one, and matted it on the solid red, and then glued it to the front of her card. And then she took one of the rectangle cutting dies, not the scalloped one, but a straight one, and positioned it on front. And she did use, and I just want to make sure that you're aware of this. I know you are because we sell a lot of it, but Hunkydory makes this low tack tape, and we are just in love with it. It works so well. And because let me see, there's 10 meters in length, so that's over 30 feet. That's going to take care of you for quite a while. So let that hold your cutting die in place. and then you're going to run it through your die cutting machine. This is the 5-inch width, and that's going to do quite nicely. You're going to want to run it through twice, okay, 2 times, because there are several layers here, okay? So open that up and run it through, and then we're going to this is the thin line dazzles, and you can see that very pretty gold edge around. Goes very nicely with the gold foiling that Hunkydory has done. So that opens up our window. Now in the inside, Heidi also did the pattern cardstock, but then she took that snowfall acetate, cut it in half horizontally, and placed it on each side because you know, you need to have room. So she just cut it in half and then placed it behind the kind of the other green patterned cardstock, which she used as a base, okay? Now, then she went back into the, remember this one, we've used it before, and she's going to cut that out, place it here, edge it with the thin line dazzles. And there's also some gold pearl dazzles, the jewels. You can see them on the corners there. And then also, she is doing a little bit of foam taping here, getting those pieces up. So just the car, and then just the front part of the car with the hood. So those two are right there. The border, that's on one of the others, and that's been foam taped. Now, the other thing that you could do as I was looking at this, I thought that you could, if you didn't want to cut your acetate, you could attach it inside the front. And then I think you've got, I think it's showing a little bit more. So just a couple of options for you. Now, finally, Heidi went crazy, the woman, and she did 5 cards, but I just wanted to share this with you. This is one of the other that you can make with this wonderful kit, and you can see that Santa is multiplied, but as he sets up, you can see that he's going to align quite nicely, and I think that snowfall acetate is just one of our favorites. This has got some of the let's see, this is the 1/4-inch glimmer ribbon up there, and she has used the dazzles again, and everything is in the instructions down below. On the back here, just like the directions say, she has used that centerpiece, but then she's also added these border dazzles, and these are the gold pearl, and they're just quite lovely, as you can see. So that's what we have, lots of ideas with one kit and some extra sticky tape, of course. I want to thank Heidi for doing such a wonderful job. If you are watching us on YouTube, you know we'd like you to like us. We, of course, want to comment. I think these are really wonderful cards. I hope you agree. And it's nice that we've got lots of ideas of what to do with them. And please subscribe. Then head on over to paperwishes.com. We've put together a money saver of the 2 things. It's on the right side of your screen. You might as well save some money every day, especially in this season. And as I said, I'd like to thank Heidi, and the instructions are down below, so all 5 cards. And I want to thank her for that, and especially want to thank you for being part of our Paper Wishes family. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.